Herzliya-Conference 2012. Herzliya-Conference 2012. Special interviews, highlights, and live broadcasts on IDC-Radio.
Good afternoon. I'm sitting here with Yariv Nornberg, Policy Manager at Better Place. How are you, Yariv?
Shalom. Doing well, thank you.
How are you enjoying the Herzliya-Conference?
Fantastic. It's not my first year, but I just came back from the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, and I can say that we can be very proud of what we can be here in Israel. I'm very impressed by the quality of the participant and the panelists, so it's great to be here.
Good to have you. Better Place, give me a recap. Tell us, for those of us who don't know, what does Better Place do?
Well, Better Place is this innovative startup that started 4 years ago today. It's already a global company with the ideas that electric vehicles that have been existing for more than 100 years, it's about time for them not to be like pieces in museum, but really driving the road and exchanging the cars that we are right now driving with fuel. And basically, we are deploying infrastructure here in Israel as a first beta country, but in other countries as well, in order for you and everyone that wants to drive an electric vehicle to be able to do so.
And now you've launched last week, I believe.
You're correct. Last Sunday, we have delivered our first cars to employees. Almost 100 cars are already now in the streets of Israel, going all over the country. And in the second quarter of this year, our first customers, when we'll be fully completed with the deployment of our infrastructure, be receiving the cars as well.
So 100 electric vehicles are now out on the streets of Israel.
That's correct.
Now, did you drive here to the Herzliya-Conference with an electric car?
I have to say I own my own electric vehicles. I am here with the Renault Fluence ZE, zero emission, of Better Place, driving here, and I came this morning from Jerusalem.
Wow. So how does it feel to drive an electric vehicle?
I think you should, and everyone else, get to try. You can do so at our visitor center, which is in Piglilot in the north of Tel Aviv. But if I could take you personally into a drive, I think that you will see a very quiet car, but which will remind you the car that you drive today. It's really a regular car, like any other car. The only thing is that it doesn't pollute.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so right after the interview, we should go for a test drive.
Whenever you want. It's here outside, and it's here to stay.
So what does it feel like to drive in an electric vehicle? Does it feel any differently than a regular vehicle?
I think that Better Place here in Israel, but also in other countries where we are now present, our second market is going to be Denmark in the second half of this year, and also by the end of the year or early next year also Australia, to prove that it's not only for small country-size like Israel or Denmark, but it can be also applied in large countries. I think that it's really a game changer. And the whole idea started, and I think that the Herzliya-Conference touches also upon that issue, that we should start to get to stop our addictions to oil. And because more than 50% of oil today is used for transportation means electric vehicles are part of the solution. And I think that if you ask me how do I feel about it, I feel that I'm a little humble part of making this change, and it's a great feeling.
Mm-hmm. We discussed here at the conference our dependency, Israel's dependency on oil. And so this is indeed one solution to decrease our dependency.
I would say that it's the solution, certainly a major one. And not only me, actually, I attended yesterday a panel with distinguished experts from all over the world, including China, but also the United States. And James Woolsey was one of the participants. He is the former director of the CIA. And he really praised the idea of electric vehicles and mentioned concretely Better Place as really the company that brought this idea to a large audience and it making it happen here in Israel how should I say, to enlighten all other countries as we would like to be.
Mm-hmm. Now, what did you think about the panels of the conference? Did you participate in anything specific that was relevant to Better Place?
So that specific panel, which was actually making a simulation, a war game, about what would happen if the price of oil would be even higher than it is today. It's already very high today, around the $100 for a barrel of oil. And the simulation was going into a scenario that could happen tomorrow morning or in the future of the prices rising very high. And we got different viewpoints, and people were simulating what would be the Saudis' viewpoint, the Chinese, of course, which are an emerging power in this world, and of course also the Western countries, including Israel. I think that I was especially interested into this panel because when we were looking to alternative to oil, as we are today addicted and it's affecting our economy, was really about transportation. And when we talk about transportation, mainly about the vehicle that we use on a daily basis. Certainly here in Israel, where almost everyone owns a car, really electric vehicles are part of the solution. So I was especially interested about that panel, but I think there were many others which were very, very interesting to attend. And I look forward tonight to hear also the United Nations Secretary General and hear his vision about where the world stands right now.
Okay, Yariv Nornberg, Policy Manager at Better Place. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much for inviting.